Hello, welcome in. Let me just get you checked in before we get started. So, excuse me, I have no idea. You know, sometimes the gravity changing, just some of my hair seems to think we haven't returned to normal gravity yet. Oh my god, well, we're about to go 0G again anyway, so nothing much you can do about that. Alright, do you have your traveler's ID with you? Perfect, thank you. Alright, let me just put your name in. Can I confirm what's your first and last name? Okay, just want to make sure it matches. Okay, ID number. I'm so glad they updated these to not include letters too. That was annoying. Alright, expiry date. Okay, and then do you know what your final destination is going to be for this trip? No? Okay, so you're just going to go to Hub World. That is my favorite way to do it. Honestly, I think that's the best way. The consultants there are super knowledgeable. They'll give you a lot more information about the different destinations, and it's a little more fun to like go in not knowing yet where you'll go for the vacation. You can like sit down with them and they'll tell you like what the different planets are. They can personalize the experience for you, so find out what you want for the vacation and recommend planets that would be perfect to exactly what you're looking for. They can give you things like activities to do there, pricing, that kind of stuff. Speaking of, do you have universal currency on you? Have you exchanged it yet? Okay, you have. Okay, and about how much do you have? Okay, perfect. Alright, yes. That is amazing. Do you know what your return date will be? Okay. Yeah, I think that's good, yeah. That's a good way to do it. Alright, and then I just want to confirm your date of birth with you. Perfect. Okay. And then do you have your luggage inspection slips with you? Perfect, thank you. Okay. Alright. Are you traveling by yourself or with anyone else? Okay, sounds good. Right. Okay. Looks like you're all good to go. We've got you checked in. Let me just set this down. My device is a little noisy, so I don't want that to interfere with your experience because we want to be relaxed, get your body as relaxed as you can to make the space travel more comfortable. So we are going to just prep your body, get you a little relaxed. I'll explain a little bit about what it's going to be like. Have you space traveled before? Oh, and I'm not sure if I noted this. Were you born on Earth? Okay, let me just make sure that I noted that. Okay. Alright, I think I did check that off. Okay. I don't want to assume. Alright. So yeah, have you traveled to space before? Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna go over like what it's gonna be like, what the experience will be like, and then it's gonna take about a few hours to get to the hub world. So yeah, it should be a pretty comfortable flight. We have lots of things like entertainment, we have books, movies, that kind of a thing, lots of puzzles. There's a common area where you can just chit chat with people. If you don't like talking to strangers, you do not have to. But there's like puzzles, games, that kind of a thing. There's going to be some snacks, not a whole lot. There's not a meal service just because that's a shorter journey. But there's lots of snacks, drinks, that kind of a thing. I'm sure you'll get a menu and everything once you get in the craft and in your seat. I probably won't be on your particular craft because I think I might be done with the journeying for the day, but I'm sure you'll have some awesome people on there. I love everyone that works here. So alright, well, let's get started. So first, we just need to make sure that you're not going to be bringing any pathogens. So I'm going to actually just ran out of the cleaning supplies. So I'm gonna just grab those really quick. If you want to sit tight and just, you can have some water. There's water bottles next to you. Let me make sure. Here's your documents back. I do not want to forget that. Yes, I'll be right back with those, the cleaning equipment. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to do a quick restock. We've had lots of people come through today. It's a good time for a vacation. So this is the first thing I'm going to use. It's just these wipes. So this is just going to clean you off. You should have you have gone through the chamber to clean like your body of everything, but of course it's not super safe to expose your face to that, so that's why we do the face separately. Are you enjoying the little like scrubs they give you? I think that's so funny. They used to have people just wait for their clothes to be sanitized, but it ended up adding quite a lot of travel time to people's experience in the spaceports. So yeah, I'm glad they changed that. Okay, my hands are sanitized as well. Right. So I just need to open this up. Okay. Alright, and you can close your eyes if you'd like to. Not necessary. I will go around them, but I'll let you know once I'm actually going to go on your eyelids, so I'm not going to wipe your corneas. Okay. Alright. Close your eyes now. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So that's all good. And then this is not going to feel hot. It is fire, but it's cool fire. So this is just going to kill any microbacterium that might be living on the surface of your skin. Just an extra precaution. We're coming out of contagion season, but just in case, we want to be sure. I love space travel because I never get sick from traveling. Sometimes traveling on Earth, you can kind of pick up a cold or, you know, something random like that. Okay. Alright. Very, very good. Now, I'm going to just mark, and usually when people hear this, it makes them a little bit nervous. What I'm doing is I'm marking where your facial features are, just in case the jump to hyperspeed, it sometimes can rearrange things. This is very, very, very rare, and if it does happen, it's very easy to fix. You'll just need to see a doctor once you get there, but I'm just gonna mark where everything is, okay? So we've got eyebrows here. Okay. And, okay, bridge of your nose. Drawing around your nose right now. Sorry if the marker's a little bit cold. Okay, temples. Okay, I'm gonna draw. You can look up if you want. I'm drawing under your eyes. Okay. Okay, right at the edge of your eyes. And marking where the tear ducts are. Okay. Lips. And the shape of your chin. This is not going to be visible to the naked eye. We'll just shine a light on it at your destination, make sure everything lines up. Oh, let me not forget your hairline here. That is, for some reason, that is usually, if something is shifted, it's usually the hairline. Very, very interesting to me. Okay. And then, again, that should have already been done by the automatic machine for your body. But please, if you notice anything, like sometimes it could be just your hair pattern is different on your arm, for example, a freckle's in a different position. Again, really nothing to worry about. All of your internal organs and everything will be fine. We'll give you a medication to make sure that everything's stable in there. But yeah, so the only chance of something happening would be external. It's super easy to fix that. Yeah, so just wanted to let you know that. And then before I give you that medication, we are going to just add a protective sealant to your skin, and this is really just an extra precaution to make sure, you know, nothing kind of goes in or out that might be pathogenic. So for example, let's say that you have a cold and your skin is clean, body's clean, but you sneeze. So this is going to act as a barrier. It's not going to let germs through in either direction. Okay? All right. Okay, there's that. Alright. I'm the only one who has a pink one of those, so my coworkers try to steal mine sometimes, because theirs are all like, you know, there's white ones, there's gray ones. I think there's a blue one floating around somewhere, but I've never seen it with my eyes, so I don't know if it's just an office myth or not. Okay. So do you have any ideas yet of where you might go? Okay, yeah. Is something summery? Oops. Oh my gosh. That's just my pet. I have a couple. I met them while traveling. They wanted to come see Earth, and now they live here. They're pretty chill. They usually sleep most of the day, but they have told me both they do not mind if I pick them up and show them to people. So yeah, I think they're probably both asleep right now, but yeah. If you spend enough time in space, you may be able to communicate with them telepathically, so, but yeah. They're very sweet. Alrighty. And then let me grab okay, so there's a couple of different medications that you're gonna want to take. So this one is, like I mentioned, it's gonna just stabilize all of everything basically that is within your skin, so nothing's gonna move around during space travel, nothing like that. So here's that one for you. And then this yellow one here is for vertigo, and then the green one here is for any other form of space sickness. And then if you're interested, there is an anti-anxiety pill as well, just if space travel makes you nervous. Sure, yeah, you don't have to take it, but it's always an option for you. Okay, so let me grab you a cup here. Alright, and I filled this up for you, so let me give this to you. You can take them with that water. And then once you get to the hub world, it's not going to be super difficult to, they make it very clear what you can and can't consume in the hub world, and then they'll tell you if there's anything at a particular planet you're going to that you will want to avoid, those types of things. So they will make sure you know what you can eat there and that you have like options for food and drink anywhere you go. So yes. Anyways, so you were saying you were thinking something summery? Yes. Okay. I went last summer. I went to a couple places, and I'm sure like if you ask them about these, they'll tell you. So I went, oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was called. It was like, had Azul in the name, something like that. And it was this ocean planet that was like 98% ocean. There was like a few islands in there, but it was mostly ocean. But they gave us these little masks to where we could like breathe underwater, and there was a lot of like shallow areas that we could hang out, explore. And then beneath the surface there were like oxygenated rooms, capsules, that kind of thing, restaurants. There was I think there was a bowling alley, but it was like, oh, it was so interesting. So you would stand in the oxygenated chamber, but you would bowl and they would go out into the ocean and you would knock the pins down like in the ocean. It was very interesting. But yeah, there's lots of things to do. There's a lot more like planet specific things. So like a lot of the creatures that live there, they really like to play like different games, like swimming games, that kind of a thing. And they have this like ocean campfire tradition where they'll all like sit around this like they're like kind of like thermal vents, and they'll have these like bubbles, and you can kind of, they have, oh, it's so hard to describe this in English, but there's like these toys that start out looking just like plain kind of strips of almost like bamboo or wood, but when you stick them in the geyser they'll like transform into like a bunch of colors and shapes and stuff. It's really, really cool. And then they'll give you pressure suits and stuff if you want to go out exploring in like the deep sea areas. I found it super safe. I wasn't anxious at all during it. Yeah, it was really, really fun. There's not a lot of beach there though. If you want a beach planet, there's a couple of beach planets. I would not recommend. There's a beach planet where the whole planet is like, I'm not sure how they did it, but it's more of like a corporate destination, and it's very tailored. Like it's always like almost evening. No matter where you go in the planet, the weather is the same exact across the entire planet. It's always the same time of day for the whole planet. It's really strange. Everything is super, super expensive. I would not recommend going there, but there's a great beach planet. Oh, I'll have to write the name down for you before you go, and you can talk to a consultant at the Hub World about it. But it was so beautiful. There was like hammocks everywhere, beautiful reefs. Like the sand was so soft, and there were these crazy intricate shells. Lots of activities to do, beach campfires, like surfing, all kinds of fun things. There was air surfing as well. And then they did like the planet, there's a spot that has like natural water slides. That was really cool. And there's beautiful creatures that live there. There's like rainbow turtles. Well, they're not really like turtles, but they have a shell, and then they have limbs that kind of trail out, and they have a really friendly looking face. I'm so sorry, I'm not very knowledgeable, but the consultants are very knowledgeable. They'll be able to tell you all of this. But yeah, that was a great place to go. Lots of like waterfront accommodations, cabanas, but it was quiet. It wasn't a super like, there's not a lot of noise, not a lot of partying. It was like a very chill kind of destination. Great for like relaxing, like lots of wood and sand and beach vibes and coconuts, and yeah, it was amazing. They had this mango drink. Oh my god, it was so good. I mean, I didn't even know that mangoes grew anywhere other than Earth, but oh, amazing. And then they had this fruit there that was like, it was like a melon colored fruit, but it tasted like it was so like hydrating and refreshing, like vibrant. Oh man, I wish I knew the specific names for these things, but if you tell the consultant, if you describe what I'm describing, I'm sure they'll understand what you're talking about. Before I let you go, here is just a quick snack. You just want to make sure you have some sugar, some carbohydrates in your system. So here's that for you. Rice Krispie. You can eat these, right? Okay, perfect. And then it's very important that you grab either, if you don't, there's bags of chips and nuts before you go into the spacecraft. if you're not interested, just grab a bag of salt. It's very, very important that you have salt in your system, and then you'll want to take like either just some avocado oil capsule, anything salt and fat. Very, very important. So sugar, salt, and fat you want to have in your system before space travel. Just helps keep your body kind of calm, more regulated, makes everything more comfortable and easy on you. But yes, thank you. I'm so excited for you. I hope you have a wonderful journey, and I hope that you really enjoy your vacation. Try to remember the things I said. Hopefully the consultants will be able to help you out more. But I gave you all your documents, right? Okay. All right. Have an amazing vacation. Bye-bye.